streets, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess.
Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with Phillip Rivers and the Los Angeles Chargers. 3-0 versus 0-3. Will current form hold? We'll find out as we're off in Week 4. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Okay, okay. 190.
Melvin Gordon, the two-time Pro Bowler. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Gordon. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Keep it skinny. They're running it. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Q. Long motion. Under Grand Delta. Behind.
They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it's a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he's got this down to the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
White 90, round 80, check 55, round 80.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Brings up second down at the 40-yard line.
Set, 180. Check 55, Mike. Check, Mike. No. Load it. Mike 55. Red. I'm here all day. Kill. Turn up. Kill.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Bill 180. Round 80. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Check 50. Hey. Red Delta.
Now on 2nd and 16. Rivers. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down.
Hey, Delta!
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And able to find Green. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Virgil Green, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's going to be out of bounds here on the return at his own 2-yard line.
Only able to get it to the 2-yard line on his return. Not going to make a lot of friends on your team when you only get it that far.
Net, 180. Don't let it free.
Now Rosen back into his end zone. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 80 yards.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
From the red zone now, here's Rosen on first down. And he hits Drake. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
At the Chargers' 16-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. And now it's Rosen looking. And he's got it. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put big emphasis this afternoon on the run game. And
why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best. I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So on 4th down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. Oh, and he's taken down here by his face mask by the looks of it. And a penalty flag is going to give him much better starting position. So after the face mask, they get to start all the way up past the 35 now. Rosen will throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
Oh, and that's a defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
A reminder coming up tonight, a tough ticket in New Orleans. The Cowboys in town to take on the Saints on Sunday Night Football. And tomorrow night, Charles and I, we go to Pittsburgh. Bengals and Steelers, two teams, well, they don't like each other very much. That's well documented. That starts at 8:15 Eastern as we close out the month of September.
Black 11! You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't... Red!
They just got that play off. Now Rivers. And it's incomplete. Well, this game is, of course, part of the NFL 100 series, and the historical significance here goes back to that 1981 AFC divisional round game. Dubbed the Epic in Miami. Others called it the game that no one should have lost. Boy, you had so many great plays in there. The hook and ladder, the end of the second quarter by the Dolphins. Remember Kellen Winslow, future Hall of Famer, getting carried off exhausted in that contest. Over 1,000 total yards between the two teams. And led by Dan Fouts, the Chargers pulled off the 3-point win in overtime. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them. It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Jerome Baker in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, no takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
0. Hey, Alpha. 0. Run 80.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Dwayne Smoot, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw again on second down. Rosen. Flushed out right. And he's taken down. Trying to do a little too much. Getting outside of the pocket. And it results in a sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50, and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Now Rosen looking to throw. Now a short one to Gesicki, and he's taken down inside the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Throwing now, Rosen on first down. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Rosen to throw again. Pressure comes, and down goes Rosen. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
This taken in by Jakeem Grant. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins have taken the lead. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Rivers. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Los Angeles.
Black 15! Keep it skinny. Switch. Hey, 79. 79. Hey.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To throw again, Rivers. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Allen, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd down.
Third down and 10 yards to go.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Keep it skinny.
Final play of the half, Rivers. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the teams at the break. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Again, it's Ballage, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch tight end.
Now Ballage. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Ballage. Now loose football. The ball comes out and picked up by the Chargers. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
79. 57's the mic. Watch with the smooth.
To throw is Rivers. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Check, check, check. White. 57 the mic. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Run 80. I'm scared. Hey, orbit.
Rivers now on 2nd down. For the sideline, that's taken in by Allen. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 27 yards there, a 1st down. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. Breaks a tackle. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
You. 57 the mic. 57 the mic.
3rd and short yardage, Rivers. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Charger 1st down. Rivers hooking up with Allen.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Check 90. Not 180. You better be hunting.
Now Gordon on 1st down. It's a 1st down and more for Gordon. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Boy, where would these guys be?
And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. Here's Bryant for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10.
Makes the score Chargers 14.
And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Going deep here for Parker. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. He was looking for Parker that time, and now it's second down.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Now Rosen. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Casey Hayward. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Hey, you got 3 down, 3 down. Patch it. Load it.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, it didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Easy. Give me 2 jet bombers. Hey. Backfield. Motion out of the backfield. Behind.
Now Rivers. Allen's got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Check 55, Mike. Watch the slant.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Hey, Brown 80. Here we go. Watch time. Tie your rock. Wait, 89.
Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. Cordray Tankersley on the stop defensively. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
On 2nd down, it's Gordon. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. Touchdown, L.A. Melvin Gordon, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Bryant's extra point up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Yeah, after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And Stills over the middle. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. Decent start to the drive there. Of course, they need the touchdown, 2-point conversion, and a field goal.
Yeah, those guys are into it. How about the guys on the sideline? You see the coaches signaling, all the personnel groups up on the sideline, ready to go in and out of the game. They've got to condense their time now in order to try and get back into it. This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On 3rd and short, Drake. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
2nd and 10, it's Rosen again. And over the middle, this is Parker. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Here's Rosen to throw. He'll air this, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Corey Coleman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 1-score game. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hey, Delta! Hey, Charlie!
From the gun, Rivers. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, I'm gonna go load it. Load it. Left to right.
Rivers now from the 50. He's got it to Williams. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Rivers now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now a 20th carry, number 20 here for Melvin Gordon. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Set, 180.
50 seconds, come on. Here we go, D. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Back.
Buckle one.
He's checking.
Tristan, Travis. Sit on!
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Load it.
I smell fear in it.
Now a handoff. This is Gordon. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The kick by Bryant is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. And from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Now Rosen on 1st down. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. So that'll back them up 5.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The delay of game backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Throwing now is Rosen. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
What we got?
Now it's Rosen. Coleman has it here right side. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one good for 37 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Back to throw. Buying time was left. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
On second down, it's Drake. 7 yards there and a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love what...
And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go. So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do in the 2-point conversion.
So now a big play here as the Dolphins will go for the 2. He's back to throw, and it is caught. They got the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
Now, they're just trying to do anything possible to try and get the ball downfield and get into field goal range.
And with that clock dwindling, they felt the need to take a pretty big shot there. Unfortunately, couldn't complete it.
Hey, let go. 55.
Rivers to throw. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. He was trying to get that back to Allen, but now it'll be third down.
And 10 yards to go.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Cut. Jim.
Alpha! Hey, box truck.
I don't know why his team showed up.
Mike 55.
Load it.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Here's Ryan Quigley now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here comes Grant on the return. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Elsewhere, Ford Field, they're into the 4th quarter now. You saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. To throw is Rosen. This one complete to Coleman. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Out of bounds at the 41-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
So it all rests now on the right foot of Jason Sanders. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So it all rests now on the right foot of Jason Sanders. This from long, very long range. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Check three, check three. Bang, 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 bang.
Hey, Rocket.
Check.
They run it here with Gordon. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. As overtime wears on, something to keep in mind, it is hot down there on the field.
And if we think it's a sauna, what are they feeling down there? And this is where both teams find out about their strength and conditioning program. All the work they put into it to get to this moment, and did the guys follow the mantra of hydrating ahead of time so they're ready to go right now.
From the 22, here's second and 8.
White.
Now the first throw in overtime for Rivers. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
Rivers now 9 of 17 through the air.
Check Mike 57, Mike 57. Hey, let's get the
Working out of the gun, Rivers. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Partner, this is a pretty good drive they're putting together. And I know if I'm on the other sideline, that offense, kind of helpless, isn't it? Because they may not touch the football at all, because if they go down and score a touchdown, this thing's over.
Absolutely. That would write an ending to this script. We'll see what happens.
He's checking.
White, 89.
On first down, Gordon. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
All right. Ground 80.
Watching you drive.
Drop deep.
Alpha. Click.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive.
Load it. Load it. Check. Cluster. Hey, Delta. Hey.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure of the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by Balazs. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down. He'll set up the screen to Drake. They give him a gain of 37. Well, that turned out to be the perfect time to dial the screen. The Red Sea parted.
Did it ever, and you just wonder, did fatigue play a part in this? Because we're in overtime, and all I mean by that is sometimes with fatigue, you slow down mentally. You don't read your keys. You don't see the play develop, and boy, it popped big for him, didn't it?
It did indeed. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Drake. Now Drake loses the football. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. He's at the 50. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
20! And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Now, partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.